Welcome to the Legends of Lanimora podcast. I am your Dungeon Master, Nathan. With me this evening I have Emily.
Hello.
Nicole.
What's up?
And Justin.
Heyo.
We are a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast. At the end of every episode, I don't do this bit anymore. I do the recaps now. Shit. Fuck. Sorry, we just did a rebranding and I've railroaded myself into doing the old intros.
We're shaking off the cobwebs. It's okay. It's been a while.
I also have been drinking some wine out of my Renaissance mug.
So it should be a fun episode.
Nice.
Yeah. In last week's
when the GM's drunk, you should be scared. Sorry.
I'm not drunk. I don't get drunk anymore. I'm 31 years old and have a 2.5-year-old. I can't.
There are so many people out there that would argue with that.
Man, not this one. At the end of last week's episode, it was episode 1, so we were doing a reintroduction. We started with Saph, who had been working on a artificer's suit. We call it an exo, or a external xenomechanical outfit, and she was working on getting that up and got it up and running for the first time. Did a little fly around the bay and saw an unidentified ship in the distance. She landed and met up with Brunick, who was day drinking on the beach, having a grand old time. I should mention as well that they are all on the Bulwark Isles, which is a tropical island off of Ilar's Birth, in the southeast of Ilari. Their home base while they were hunkering down, waiting for some information. So that was what Saph did, and then Drew was meeting with one of her colleagues, a lizard folk named Dura, who informed her that there was an emissary from one of the tribes nearby that was looking to make peace after an indeterminate amount of time of strife and struggle on the Bulwark Isles. They came to Drew as a mediator. She struck a deal with that emissary. They are actually burrowers on this island, and so they are looking for some information about some things on the Bulwark Isles. Drew also got her super fancy artifact that she's got. She's got her soulbound grimoire, which does some pretty cool stuff that we'll talk about the first time she uses it. And then she heard a bell ringing, which says that a ship is coming into the harbor. That brings us to Scar, who was playing a game of Zuths and Gyros. Or Zuths and Kiras, right?
Yeah, Zuths and Kiras.
It's their version of Sharks and Minnows, where they hide. It's how Scar has honed her skills of being stealthy in her heavy armor. And she managed to sneak by Zuth and Kira, but did not manage to get by Reg, the goblin. And so they got the jump on Zuth and Kira, the two of them, and then they heard the bell tolling as well, saying that a ship was inbound. Everyone congregated on the docks.
No.
And when I say...
That's not what happened.
What did I miss?
Reg, after the game was over, Reg was like, let's go have a beach day. And we all went down to the beach. And then Brunick is the one that shot the bell with his magic missile. And that's how it went off.
You're right. How could I forget the beach part of the episode? The beach episode within the beach episode. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Yes, Brunick shot the bell, saying that a ship was on the way because Saph had just landed. And everyone congregated at the courtyard. They saw, everyone here on the Bulwark Isles, lizard folk and Knights of Halartha alike. They saw Jarena Ravenridge, who is their Yeah, the de facto leader, Dorena Ravenridge. Dorena enabled the Shadow Protocol, and everyone hid while they waited for the ship to come up because it still was not flying any colors. The ship finally docked, and everyone could see that there were violet lanterns on the ship itself. As everyone got closer, they saw that the name of the ship was called The Wish Fulfilled, and they saw their good old friend Aggamir on the ship, who had bad news for them.
Oh, that's not good.
He told them that Kelvin had formed a triumvirate. And
no, he did not tell us that.
Yeah, he did.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
Either I'm telling you stuff that I didn't tell you last episode, or
I could have sworn all you said was, I have bad news, and then that's where we're going to end it. Like, that's what I remember.
That's what I thought, too.
No,
nope, he said
I'm pretty sure I definitely said that. Roll back the tapes. Play that right here.
Nope.
There it is. Right here. So Aggamir's back. Sokoba is with him, and the rest of his crew is there as well. So that is where we ended last episode, and that is where we're going to pick up tonight. So, Aggamir's back, y'all.
What did he just say? That Kelvin did a what?
Kelvin started a triumvirate.
I don't know what that means.
It's not
3 people.
It's not great. It's Kelvin. This is Aggamir speaking. So it's Kelvin. Sorry, I'm just so. Hi. It's been a while. How are you? How are you all doing? I should have started with that. How are you all? How are you?
We're doing good. Quick question. Did you lose the flag that I gave you?
What? Oh, no. Well, you see, Va gets cold at night, and the only piece of fabric that we had that wasn't a sail was the flag, and yeah, I get cold at night, so I use the flag to curl up, you know. The kobold's gotta stay warm, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So you took the only flag that would let us know who you are. So you were coming into port. We had no idea who you were. Do you know how long it takes to put out all these fires? What's wrong with you?
What's your passive perception,
our
Drew?
colors.
Hella high,
my passive perception, 17.
Yeah.
You notice that Va currently has the flag draped across him, his body right now. For those of you who may not remember, Va Cragfeather is a member of the Knights of Halartha, also runs with the Violet Rose.
Gotcha.
Kobold.
I do remember. He's the one that answered the door when we went into the back room at that bar.
Correct.
Yes. So I, Saph, have kind of looking past Aggamir, noticing that Ord and Sokoba are there, and I do a little wave at Sokoba, and I gauge reaction.
Ord was already with us, but Sokoba was with Aggamir.
Ord was with you. Sokoba just came to the docks. So you look over at Sokoba and roll me an insight.
Okay. Oh, 17.
Okay, you're getting some mixed signals from Sokoba's reception to you coming to the docks. You, over the letters that you've had over the last few months, you would think that she'd be a little more excited to see you, but she... you're not sure if she's holding back or if she's not excited to see you. You can't really tell which one.
Can I Can I roll, I guess, an insight, to like also gauge those reactions so that I can then say something about it?
You also want to know if she has the hots for Safina? That's weird. Can I roll to see if am I getting anything? Do I get any flirtation vibes?
I just kind of want to like roll to see if I can like also like what he was saying, like what Justin was mentioning, like Safina wants to like gauge the reactions of like the people that just came on off of the ship.
Okay. Yeah, what's your insight?
My roll is a 14.
You think that everyone's generally happy to be back. You see, it's Aggamir's crew, so they've been back and forth quite a few times here to the Bulwark Isles and the mainland, so they've kind of gotten to know everyone here when this is where they come for like shore leave. And you don't think that there's really anything amiss.
So then I want to like go up to Aggamir and do one of those like punch in the shoulder things that like, like bros do, where they're like, man, it's been a while. What's up? What's the haps? Like,
oh, hey. Yeah, hey, Scar, it's good to see you.
I just want him to keep doing impressions of Jordan, and I dearly hope that Jordan watches this or hears this one day.
Oh my god. I'm going to snatch the flag from around the, is a gnome? Kobold.
Kobold.
Yeah, I'm going to snatch the flag up. And I'm going to be like, there are blankets inside. Can you go find that? And I'm going to shove it at Aggamir and be like, we are in a war, man. This is not time for you to be throwing our flags around. Look what you did. You have to announce yourself when you come over here. Do you understand me? I know we are friends, but like, damn, you gave me a heart attack. Also, why haven't you written or called? We were worried sick.
Hey, Drew, I'm sorry. It's it's hard going back and forth. I mean, I don't want any correspondence getting out that would point Kelvin or his underlings to the Bulwark Isles, so I haven't been sending any correspondence. I thought we talked about this, right?
We gave you a shell phone for a reason.
We gave you a shell phone.
I gave you C minutes on your shell phone. Okay, I paid for those minutes.
Right. I haven't picked up the phone. I'm
couldn't
sorry.
Spend $1 to call.
You're right. You're right, Drew. I should have picked up the shell phone.
Instead of roaming charges, it's foaming charges.
I'm like Drew's like, I mean, that's it. That's all I wanted was an apology, man. That's fine. I give him like a quick hug, because obviously Drew like missed him like real bad, but she doesn't want to admit it, so she gives him like a quick hug, and she's like, okay, yeah, we're good. Get inside.
And I want to be like, I want to like put my arm around him and like one of those like, tight, Drew. She's just being Drew. Don't take it personal.
You don't know me. Stop talking about me like I'm not here.
So what's this news you got? What's going on? What's the haps?
Yeah, so Calvin's formed a triumvirate of members of the Circle of All who hold more power, the three of them, than any of the other 9 members of the Chamber of 12. So basically it's Kelvin, Katrina Dustone from the Archives, and Falk Cromwell from Addis Bounty, who are now members of this triumvirate, who have more authority than they did before.
Which are evil, I am assuming.
I don't know if they're all evil. Well, we know Kelvin is, for sure. We know that Katrina is probably getting counsel from her Golden Mantle Sloran, who we know is evil. I don't know how they got Falk in, but, he's there. He hasn't done so much. It's just, with the attacks on the Archives, or what they think are the attacks on the Archives when we fled, it's made a lot of people a little nervous. And that's why they're I guess I should have led with this. They're saying that they have emergency powers now, and they have
Great, martial law.
ultimate authority
Cool.
in all of Alari is their jurisdiction now. So that's not good.
Great. We've made Kelvin a dictator. Cool.
Neat.
Well, not just Kelvin. Katrina and Falk are also helping, I guess. I mean, that's one thing we've got going for us. It's a triumvirate, so it's three of them.
I assume we know what Pax, Maxine, and Tora know and how they helped Mara and Reg and Zuth and Kira remember all that they've forgotten, and that it's safe to assume that perhaps this is what Kelvin's doing. Kelvin and Saloran, it's what he's done to those other two consuls in order to do this. Like, that's just my assumption, is that maybe they don't realize that they're just doing his bidding, and or what's his face, duvet cover. I always try to remember his name by thinking it's like another word for like a blanket. So
Yeah, that's big.
Duvet.
Man, he is one wet blanket, but
So like, I feel like we, as a group, know all that stuff, so that Kelvin was able to control Mara and Reg and Zuth and Kira, and Kira didn't even know she was Kira for all that time. Like, we know all that. So I'm going to say,
you're aware of the that.
Yeah, so I'm going to say, like, as Scar, I bet he's got them under his mind control powers like he did with Mara and the crew. They're probably not doing this of their own volition.
Were you saying that all to Aggamir?
Yes. Or to the group.
At that point, Sokoba walks forward, and she says, well, based on what we've seen, it might be some sort of memory modification, but we haven't really been able to get too close, especially not in the archives, considering all of the security tightening they've been doing after your escape. But we've had a little bit more luck in for those of you watching the video stream, you'll notice that we've changed outfits. We had technical difficulties, and we are now recording 2 weeks later. Welcome. Okay, so I was just about to get into what Sokoba was trying to do in Tepa. That bit can come out of the audio version of the podcast. That's just for you video folks. Yeah, so we've had a little bit of luck, probing into Ada's bounty to try and figure out, why Falk Cromwell was even brought into this triumvirate. I mean, he wouldn't have been my first choice, I'll say. She said, this is Sokoba talking. She's a little nervous, it seems. He wouldn't have been my first choice. I mean, Katrina Deathstone, I understand, but Falk Cromwell, I just don't see the consul of our agrarian borough really having a huge influence here.
Can I roll like an insight check to see why she's being really like shifty?
Yeah, please do.
It's my insight fucking 0. 19 though. Just want to see if I got a boost.
Well, I don't have to roll because she's not trying to be like deceptive or anything.
Okay.
You can tell that she seems a little more shaken than you've seen her from the interactions that you had with her, a few months ago. Obviously she was shaken because of the interaction that you all had with Kelvin, and she was in basically a coma for a while.
Yeah, she's been through some shit.
Yeah, but this is the most that you've seen her since she left for Alari, and you're kind of getting the sense that something happened while she was on Alari that's kind of changed her, like on a fundamental level.
Where am I in regards location-wise to her? Am I like in front of her, or is she off to the side? Like,
it's a fair amount of you. I mean, everyone's pretty open with how they're speaking. I mean, that's kind of something that Dorena has fostered, being the leader of the Knights of Halartha. That even if you don't think that you really contribute much to the Knights itself, she still values your opinion and wants you to be there.
If I wanted to reach out to Sokoba and like touch her shoulder and be like, "What's going on, girl? Like, is everything okay?" Like,
we'll say that you're close enough.
Okay, so that's kind of what I want to do. I want to like put my hand on her shoulder and kind of like square eyes, like, "Sokoba, it's okay. Like, you're here now. Like, you can tell us what's going on." Like
you're saying that with your eyes.
Yeah, like you seem like I want to like kind of portray like be like, you can trust us, like you're among friends. It's okay. What's going on?
Roll me a performance, please.
Natural 20.
Sokoba kind of looks at you when you place your hand on her shoulder, and you see a look of recognition in her eyes, and you see some tears start to well up. That she definitely, she definitely pulls the tears away with a swift motion of her hand, so it looks like she wasn't about to start crying, but something's going on. And at that point, Ord pipes up, and he says, "Well, there are a lot of people that have worked their way up from fellows into Adder's bounty, and if they're trying to do any sort of upward mobility, class-wise, they would be coming from Adder's bounty. There are a fair number of ambitious individuals in Adder's bounty, so it makes sense on a certain level that Kelvin would look to Falk to move forward. I sat on a lot of meetings with Tasabig. I overheard some conversations."
Maybe it's just me as like a player, but Falk Cromwell sounds like he kind of has a military background by the name alone. Is that true?
I'm glad that you brought that up. Let me tell you real quick when I pull up my Lanimora details for players, because I said what his background was in this document.
Shit.
The one that I gave to you at the beginning of the campaign.
The only thing I remember from that is that the guy, my partner who Emily killed in episode 1, is the brother of a consul. Or nephew, or I forget.
So you all know that, Ord was just speaking to those with ambition coming from Adda's bounty. Falk Cromwell actually came from pretty humble roots. He was a farmer. He's a half-elf. So he was just a simple man doing honest work, just like the meme. It ain't much, but it's honest work.
I think that Kelvin is, and I'm saying this to Scarlet, so I'm going to say this to Scarlet. So I think Kelvin chose him specifically because he came from humble means and was easy enough to manipulate. And is probably doing the same thing that he did to Mara and the crew. And to Karen. I think that he's manipulating like his memories and his like persona and all this stuff. And I think he's just a puppet. I don't know about the other one, but I think that he just saw an opportunity to keep the same person in power that's already in power and then be able to pull his strings behind closed doors using his potions and whatever other gross shit Kelvin does.
Well, as Nathan had mentioned, Katrina from
Listen,
the archives.
Kelvin can pull whatever he wants behind closed doors, but I have an issue if he is out here like trying to start a war by like funding the lower class. That seems rough. Like, is that like his plan?
Well, you all forget this is Dorena. It may have slipped your memory. I know that we all despise Kelvin. Obviously, he's a horrible individual and needs to be brought down. But you mentioned that you think that Falk is a puppet of Kelvin, but we must remember that apparently Kelvin is a puppet of Tasvig. So why would Tasvig want Falk Cromwell? Is the real question, is it not?
Hmm.
The connection with the archives obviously makes sense. With everything that has gone on, it fits well into the narrative of we must be united against the threat of these colossal enemies, of which they have not seen again, but Kelvin's been fanning the flames of distrust and paranoia. However, bringing Falk in is a bit of a mystery.
That must mean...
Well,
that must mean that there's something in Ada's bounty that they want.
From a certain point of view, Ada's bounty produces most of Alari's food supply. So from a certain standpoint, if they control most of Alari's food supply, then they control most of Alari.
When did Safina get so well-versed in... Are you saying that as Saph, or are you saying that as yourself?
Yeah, no. Saying that as Saph.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, like, as Scarlet, I'm just going to say, like, Ada's bounty has to have something that they want.
Well, I think you both might be right. Perhaps it is to control the people you control the source of their food. And if you want, like Scar mentioned, to control the people, that's how you do it. So here we are. A triumvirate, So, okay, I'm going to retire because I have a lot to think on.
I was going to say you just give up.
I'm going home.
I'm going to retire. I'm no longer the leader. This is too crazy. Y'all got this, right? No, I'm going to retire to my chambers and think on this, and we're going to have to come up with some sort of game plan. I had not accounted for this, but here we are. We have to do what we have to do, right? She looks at all of you with a look that instills confidence in you that, we've gotten this far, like, we can get through it again. She says, you're all dismissed. We'll meet tomorrow and solidify a plan.
Cool. Hey, Brunick, pass me a Nightclaw. I need it after that conversation.
No. They're all gone. Sorry. He says as he cracks one in front of you.
I guess if you don't have a Nightclaw, I'll take a snowy ungula.
I hate you so much.
No, I got rid of that years ago.
Snowy ungula and Zima. They're just collecting dust.
Look.
Oh, yuck. Anyway, so, like, let's have a drink and just chill, I guess. I don't fucking know.
So I'm gonna kind of wait until people start, like, walking away and dispersing, and then, like, turn to Sokoba and go, are you okay? Hi, by the way.
Sokoba starts walking away with the rest of the crowd, and she's not. She kind of has her back to you, Saph. It's roll me an insight.
That's a 17.
Okay, you get like a fleeting feeling that she might be trying to avoid you.
Oh, do you? Do you get that feeling?
It's like it's a fleeting feeling. Like it's not like an overwhelming feeling of she's trying to avoid me. Is she? Well, she was walking away a little quick, but maybe was she trying to like choose the quickest exit that was on the opposite side of me? Like it's like you're kind of confused and also getting that feeling at the same time.
I stand there momentarily, like, in awe. You said, like, the letters that we had written, she had gotten, like, a little more comfortable, and then this is, like, a complete 180, right?
Yeah, that's where most of your confusion is coming from, that she seemed to be getting more comfortable, and now she's here and in front of you for the first time in months, and she is not seeming like she's happy to see you, which is interesting.
All right, I guess
at that point, Brunick comes up to you. At this point, Brunick comes up to you, Saph, and says, "Hey, what is this fancy contraption you got here? You know, I do contraptions myself." And he's poking your exo backpack.
Brunick.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to stop.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to stop. And then he accidentally pokes the right button, and it engulfs me in the suit.
Wow, isn't that's okay? Bye. Goodbye, Saph. Hello, robot.
I've accepted my robot overlord.
I pressed.
That was quick.
Again.
Brunick turned quick.
I pressed the button again to like, or a button rather, to let my face get, like, you know how Iron Man, like, he's able to just do like his face part of the suit, like let that down.
Retract the face plate. Yeah,
there we go. English. And I would like to look at him and go, "This not it's Brunick. There was the wrong button."
Robot face. Hello, Saph face. Robot body. Hello. Hello. Saph droid. And he starts making like robot walking sounds. Beep boop.
I like hang my head low and I start walking toward with the group behind them.
So with the mass of people, with Sokoba or away from Sokoba?
Just generally kind of sticking back to the sidelines.
Okay, so you're kind of keeping to yourself then.
Yeah.
Okay. Scar and Drew, what are you doing?
I'm sitting down, like, bonfire camp style, like, having some night claws with my homies. Show him with Aggamir and his crew.
Yeah, Drew's absolutely doing the same thing, hanging by the fire with everybody else, because I'm assuming we haven't seen these people in a long time. So, like,
who's a bard who's got an instrument?
Did someone ask for a bard?
I was just gonna say, I was gonna yell out for Safina to come back, be like, "Safina, go get your flute. Come here."
Come here.
You got Telon the humble there.
Yeah, the bard tender.
You don't need me.
But is he an actual bard, or like is he like does he play an instrument or sing, or is his bardic skill tending beer, like or like tending bar to people?
Man, there's only one way to find out. Hello, you asked for me? Yes, hello. Telon, the humble. Hi, nice to meet you. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Hello. Yes. Nightclaw. I wouldn't drink that swill. How about some of this? And he procures a goblet with like just the dopest looking wine you've ever seen.
Oh, hell
really
yeah.
Deep and red and like viscous. Like it looks like it's gonna like just knock you right on out. Yeah. It's gonna taste you back, yeah. It's got that much body.
I'm in. Thank you.
And how many you wanted one as well? And he like does some sort of magic where he like waves his hand underneath the glass and suddenly he's got 2 of them now, and he does it again and he's got 3 and 2 in one hand, and he's like David Copperfielding this shit. Chris Angel, mind
I was about to say mind Oh man, we have to pay Chris Angel now because we said mind
do we?
I don't want to give him any money.
I'll bleep it. It's fine.
Just bleep the part. So that's what we're saying.
Wait, hold on. Just take this. Frick.
Yeah.
Mind frick.
Mind frick.
Just insert it.
I subtly go up and I grab one of the goblets and then I walk away, and kind of cool kid in the back of the classroom post myself up against a wall and have a seat away from the fire.
Okay.
Cool. Read. Sad.
I was gonna be like, "Yo, Safina, what's up?"
She's sad.
Normally, like
I take a drink.
You're all adorable and high energy. And what's going on, girl? I've known you a long time. We've been through some shit.
I continue
Tell your
drinking.
friend Scar, what's up? Safina! Don't make me come over there.
She's shouting this across the bonfire. Everyone's a little uncomfortable. They wish they would take this to the other side of the beach. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not paying attention. I'm just walking.
Diana, you come back here.
I thought you said you sat down.
We've all been to a college party. We know the type. This happens at every college party. Everyone's having a good time.
Oh, Scar is 100% a frat bro.
And then just Hall & Oates lost that love and feeling right there in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
No, like legit, Scar is a total frat bro when she drinks. I'm the rowdy one. Definitely like, Safina, get over here.
Okay, so Safina walks away, or like starts walking down the beach. I'm assuming Scar follows. I'm going to also take a goblet of wine from Telon and look at it and be like, so just between friends, man, this blood?
There's only one way to find out.
Drew absolutely takes a sip before he even finishes the sentence. She's drinking it.
It's not blood.
Okay. She leans down and she's like, it's not blood, but it is fantastic. Good job.
And they don't call me a bartender for nothing.
Bard part. Play a song. Can you play us a song?
Oh, no. I'm a bartender.
Bard part.
No. Can you sing?
Not well. I'm a...
even better. Go for it then.
Let's get Crazy Tellerth over here, huh?
Hell yeah.
As soon as I hear that, I'm not far away.
No.
So as soon as I hear Crazy Tellerth, I turn around.
Saph.
But
I'm trying to end the scene, so you go follow Saph. I'm ending the scene on Crazy Tellerth. I'm closing out the fire scene. You get to be in the next one. Go.
I was trying to get Safina to come back.
No, you get to
Crazy
go follow
Tellerth.
her. Crazy Tellerth is here. Yes, of course we want to hear you sing Crazy Tellerth. Oh
I don't know how you forgot me, Drew. I mean, I've been singing every night here. Usually you keep to yourself.
I forgot about that.
Drew's pretty drunk by this point. She's like very excited. She's like, no, I love it. I love it. I love it. Go for it. Hit me.
Okay. He reaches into his vest and pulls out his little pitch pipe, and you hear it go,
Sing the one about the fish.
"Oh, Kelvin's going down. We're going to kill him. He won't last long against the knights, or the night of our coming into his house and stabbing him with our knives." End scene.
Drew's crying. She thinks it's beautiful.
It fades to black, and we see Scar run up on Saph.
Drama.
You hear something in a gravelly dragonborn voice about killing Kelvin, and you're like, yeah. I imagine. I can't tell you what to do.
Just a hell yeah over your shoulder as you just keep running.
I'm just gonna because I'm definitely tipsy AF. And I'm gonna be like, get your little halfling ass over here. What's going on?
I spin around real quick and I go, what do you want? Why are you following me?
Doy, because something's wrong and I want to know what it is so I can fix it. Because that's what I do. I break things and I fix them.
Yeah, Scar.
Scar.
Yeah,
Let's disclaimer, it's Scar, not Nicole. I just thought people would get confused.
Yeah.
Scar, she's got, the title of the great fixer of the party.
Scar smash and Scar sew.
Repair. So. No, Scar smash and repair.
Scar smash and Scar put back together.
Smash and mend.
Smash and mend is
Smash
good.
And mend.
This is why I come up with the names for things, y'all.
I thought that was fantasynamegenerator.com. Thank you, Emily.
Listen, I don't even have it up right now.
How could you?
Oh, proud.
Yeah.
I fucking dare you all to come up with an NPC that isn't on this island right now.
You're on an
island. No, really, Safina, what's going on? You're not your usual chipper, halfling, annoying ass self.
Thanks, I guess.
I'm just teasing you. What's up? You got this cool new suit now. I thought you'd be buzzing.
Yeah. I was, and then Sokoba just kind of blew me off there. So
I don't think you should take that personally. I think from what I could gather when Sokoba was talking to us earlier, she's been through some shit and she just needs some time.
I don't think that was a time thing. I think that was a turn your back and walk away from Safina thing.
I think that you are a very optimistic person and she probably just is in her head right now and doesn't want any attention drawn to her because something's going on. So again, don't take that personally. Come back and hang out. We haven't seen Aggamir in forever.
Yeah, I guess.
Come show us your new cool suit. I want to see all the toys.
I push the button and it engulfs me, and then I do a few flying laps around Scar, at her face level.
Whoa. Freaking me out, kid. Let's go. Bring your flute. Crazy Tuller's singing, I hear.
Got it right here. And then I start flying and playing.
Are you... Okay, so it's canon that you've got a flute compartment in your exo. Got it.
Yep. It's in the actual backpack itself.
You could have had an extra weapon or something, and you put a flute in. It comes out of the exo backpack, just like Luke's lightsaber comes out of R2-D2 in Return of the Jedi on the
just boom.
Yeah, on Jabba's skiff.
Yep.
I love that so much. And that's so on brand Safina that she could have had a weapon, but she put a flute there instead.
Yes.
Well, this is coming from the artificer that was cleaning her thunder cannon in the middle of battle, so...
Mm-hmm. Hey, I mean, do what you want on your own time, but, you know.
Is there like a dope shoulder thing for your thunder cannon built into your exo? Just so you can like hoist that shit right in there?
That remains to be seen. I still haven't written up the whole subclass yet, but we'll get to that another time. We're not getting into combat. This is all about exposition and setting the stage for what's happening in the next 20-something episodes. Anywho, you all get back to the bonfire, and Talerth has just finished his song. And you'll rot in the ground.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone, it's just
clapping, applause, woohoo!
Applause just bursts out around the camp. You see people like hanging out of the windows of the ruins of the courtyard, and it just erupts into clapping. Even though this grim news has been brought to you all have definitely got a camaraderie here living on the Bulwark Isles, which is great. It's just great. And so Aggamir's sitting there next.
Or just stay here.
Well, I mean, you can if you want. I mean, I can do like the whole destruction of Alari from the Bulwark Isles. You just get missives every once in a while. Hey, you want to make the whole season just a beach season? That's fine.
It's a beach year.
The beach year.
Yes.
I want to be that beginning scene from the Pokemon movie. You know the one.
Ooh.
Yep.
Pikachu's Vacation.
Mm-hmm.
I just keep thinking about when they're on Ember Island and all of them except for Zuko are like, let's have a beach day, yeah. And then Zuko just comes in and starts destroying shit, and he's like, nah, we're gonna fight. And then him and Aang start fighting, and Aang's like, what the fuck, man? What are you doing? Everyone's like, bro, Zuko, why are you going crazy? He's like, you need to prepare to fight my father. And then they're like, oh wait, we're not doing that anymore. And he's like, what are you talking about? You guys didn't tell me that. Like, that's like what I have pictured in my head.
No,
wait,
keep going. I want to hear the rest of the
on.
Story of Avatar, The Last Airbender.
Man, I don't want to have to put a spoiler warning on our podcast of a show that's been out for like 15 years.
Spoiler for
I was going to say, if you haven't seen
Airbender.
If you haven't seen Atla yet, then I don't know what to talk to you about.
So Aggamir's there. Do you all have any questions for him? He looks to be getting pretty saucy with Telon's wine.
Oh, we know if we put some drinks in him, he'll sing a song.
I mean, I don't have any.
You know, I really like my ship. I really like it. It's good. It feels good.
How do you like your ship?
Oh, well, I mean, like I said, it's good. Yeah, I like it. It's good. Yeah.
I mean, you did call it the wish fulfilled, so I feel like we do know your feelings on the ship itself.
Did I make it that obvious?
A little bit. A little bit. You have drawn pictures of yourself and the boat kissing and put it up everywhere in the cabins, like all over the mess hall.
True, I didn't do. Oh, the joke. Oh, yeah. No, of course I didn't.
She punches him in the arm too hard. She's like, "I missed you."
He takes.
He's like, "Of course I didn't make kissing drawings of me and the ship. Of course."
How did you get my diary? Oh, it's a joke. How'd you see my dream journal?
Yeah, it's just.
How you like? I was gonna say how you liking the crew.
Oh, I mean, they're great. I mean, a lot of them were, some of the original crew that I ran with in, with the captain when I was, just a little private on the ship out of the Harbor Coast,
Remind me, what was the captain's name? I feel like you told us at some point. I've forgotten.
You did this to yourself.
I know. As soon
You
as I
said you dared us to name some NPCs. You fucking
I
dared
know.
us.
As soon as I said it, I was like, Aggamir's here with his crew. They're
You
going to do
said
it that way.
Captain. The captain is what you said.
Yeah, it's Captain. He's... well, I mean, he's not captain anymore. I guess he's just captain now. Weird to think of him like that. Just captain. Ugh,
Just captain.
Did we ever get his name when Jordan was given his backstory? I feel like we did.
I think we did. I think this person has a name. Nathan does not know it. And that's what I'm doing.
I love it.
Even if that was the case, that would not be an NPC that I would have to name. So anyway, but yeah, the crew's been great, and I even, picked up some new friends from the Violet Rose, which is nice. They're here. Yeah. I'm glad to be here. It's really nice to be here on the Bulwark Isles again. It just feels less bad here.
Aw. Does it bring back great fond memories of riding on top of alligators? Swinging like a thing through with your whip?
It's not good in that way. It's just, I guess, good to be around you all again. Yeah. It's good to be around you guys. It's good to see you. I'm just, I'm glad that, I'm able to do what I can for, the Knights of Hlartha and everything, and working with the Violet Rose has been great. I've got my ship, and it's just, it's everything I've ever wanted. Just being able to help be something bigger than just a merchant ship sailing on the harbor coast. I went to the academy, and I never thought that I'd get here, and here I am. We were counting our coppers, waiting until I could get a ship, and here I am, right?
Saph is like 3.5, 4 glasses deep at this point because she's been drinking.
Jesus Christ, she's dead.
Telon's like been filling it up like without her knowing it, and she's just been drinking and drinking and drinking. And
like when you go to unlimited mimosa, in the before times when you could go to restaurants. When you go and you have unlimited mimosa, they come with like a pitcher and they fill it up while you're eating. So basically you've had 12 mimosas by the time you actually think about it. And
then you go to stand up and you literally are about to fall the fuck over.
Yeah. And then
hit me with a fucking leaf. I'm done.
Yeah. And then you have to run around the streets of DC with your cousin and walk from the Washington Memorial all the way over to the Lincoln Memorial. And that's way too far. And then you almost miss your bus home. What? I wasn't drunk at DC in the daytime.
At the Women's March? No.
During the week. It wasn't during the Women's March, but I was at the Folgers Shakespeare Museum, and I did cry a lot because I was very drunk. Anyway.
Speaking of crying and drunk, Saph starts breaking down into tears, and she goes, "I'm just so happy for you, Aggamir." And she rests her head into Aggamir's chest, and she's just like, "I'm so happy you got your ship. We missed you so much."
Justin, she set me up to tell her about my Shakespeare name, and you fucked it up for me. But anyway, there's what?
I said him up to do what he just did.
You said Shakespeare, and it was like, I've been waiting for weeks for you to say the name Shakespeare so that I could call him Shakesy P. Because there's a song from a show that I like. There's a song that I listened to from the musical Six, and one of the characters says that she's now writing lyrics for Shakesy P, and I was like, I'm never calling Shakespeare anything other than Shakesy P, and I want to say it to Emily so badly, but it has to be organically. So I've been waiting months.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding you, almost a year for you to say the name Shakespeare. So I could be like Shakesy P. Nah, I don't think so. But so I could be like Shakesy P. Is that who you're talking about?
Man,
Justin ruined it.
Yeah. Geez, Emily, you ruined it. I was going to say, like, dang, Nicole, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but there's a better name for William Shakespeare. Oh, Billy Shakes.
Yeah, everyone knows that one.
Shakesy P.
Emily said it. She ruined it.
Everyone
anyway.
knows Billy Shakes. That's if you have not heard Shakespeare called Billy Shakes, like you're not running in good circles.
All right, Shakespeare
No,
tangent
that.
aside.
I love that,
Oh
but
no,
Shakesy
you want to see a
P.
Shakespeare tangent?
All right,
Anyway,
that's the
sorry.
episode of Legends of Lanimora.
Have you ever seen
Everyone
the
else
movie
leave, get
10
out.
Things I Hate About You?
We're going to just
Oh,
start
God.
right into the
Oh,
Shakespeare. We're just going to go right
Stop
into
it,
the
Justin.
Shakespeare
You're making it
Dilly
worse.
Dally
Leaning real hard.
episode.
Okay, let's get back to it.
Shakesy P. Anyway, Justin's
So-
so happy, or Safina's so happy for Aggamir.
Yeah, I'm happy for myself too. It looks like you've got something, Saph. I don't know what this is, and he gestures at your exo, which I imagine is still surrounding you. You haven't put it away yet because you've been drinking.
I started laughing and then I go, "Oh yeah, this thing," and then I press the button and it just folds up real quick.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm,
He goes,
mm-hmm.
"Oh, that's nothing. I put that together in 6 months. No big deal."
Oh, well, you can fly now?
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
I wouldn't do it right now because I can't really.
Because you just
walk
did
right.
it over there. Yeah, I saw. It looks pretty neat. I like it. I'm happy for you, Saph. Happy.
Thank you. It took so long, and Karen was
God.
no help.
I'm right here, Saph.
Right here. I helped a lot.
I read you all of your runes. Do you not remember just like this morning when you got the runes wrong?
I stayed up with you all night.
I wanted speech to text, and you put text to speech.
Yeah, but you don't know Old Common. I know Old Common, and Drew couldn't help.
Oh my god, I have a helm of comprehending languages, Karen.
So what was I there for? And he looks like he's about to start crying.
I put my arm on Karen's shoulder and I go, "Karen, you're gonna make me cry, stop it."
Oh my god.
I lost how many years of my life, and I just want to be a help.
Oh my god.
Your presence was enough to help me.
Then why
Get
did you
this.
say I wasn't a help? And he starts blubbering.
Oh my god.
like,
Drew
cry into
stands
each other.
up 'cause she hates it so much. She's like, okay, and this is the sad part of the night. And this is where I leave because
Up. No, not yet. Here, we've got something else. This'll lighten
we?
everyone's mood. And Telon waves his hand, and he's got a new beverage in his hands, and it kind of has like a glow to it. It's a clear liquid that kind of glows, and he's like, anyone? And everyone roll me a wisdom saving throw, please. With disadvantage because you're drunk.
Oh, fuck.
danger.
That's a 1.
Whoa.
That's a 13.
You said wisdom?
Wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
16.
I failed like a motherfucker.
Okay, Drew, you're able to hold off the allure of this elixir, but everyone else is not able to. And you start drinking it, and it is wild. So you,
Are we all on acid now? What is happening?
No, you all. So there aren't a whole lot of carbonated beverages on Lanimora. They've got like sparkling wines and stuff like that, but that's reserved for like the elite in Lux and like in Tepa and stuff like that. So when you feel like fizziness in your mouth, like you're drinking a soda or something, it's just bizarre to you. And that's what you feel drinking this. It's almost like you're drinking really cold carbonated water, so really cold sparkling water, but also it tastes a little sweet and it tastes like just pure nostalgia. And you all are immediately happy, and you're out of the doldrums now. And everyone's having a great time. Except for Drew, because she hasn't drank it.
Can I make a perception check on all of this and see if I can figure out what this is and what's going on?
Yes, please do.
Karen, why is my face wet here? What was happening? I feel better now.
You look like you were sad, but not anymore. Hey, what project do you want to work on next?
28 is my perception check.
Jesus Christ.
I rolled a 19 and I got +7.
You know Telon by now, and you know that this isn't like nefarious.
26.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
I sat there for a minute like, wait a minute.
Yeah. You've known Telon for a while now. You know this isn't nefarious. Mm-hmm. This is one of his like pick-me-up drinks because he's a bartender. His song is drinks.
His song is drinks. God, I identify with Telon so much. as like straight up, like as a part, like is this Telon character based on Ian in any way? Our friend Ian?
Nope, but he is now.
He is now. Every time we go, he is also a fellow bartender. Every time we go to his house, he's that person who's like, you want a drink? And he will make you a personal, specialized, handcrafted cocktail right then and there based on what you tell him you like. You could just be like, I like this kind of alcohol. And he'll literally make you the best drink you've ever had right then. And it's amazing and wild.
And tell you the history of the liquor and where he got it from.
It's like the Alton Brown of liquor.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of that TV show that I watched where like the bartender that they always went to knew exactly what kind of drink to give each person. Like someone would order something and be like, nope, that's not what you want. It's this.
I know what it is. It's Power Rangers, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Correct.
Nailed in one.
Yeah, it's the episode where they go to the bar.
Swish.
As teenagers.
Yeah, fake IDs.
No, I don't know that show, but yes.
Kimberly would never drink. She was a gymnast. Fuck off. I'm just kidding.
But yes, we love Ian, and now Telon is Ian. So
also, the Power Rangers are all straight edge. Sorry.
Oh my God.
That's fine.
They totally are.
We're making a joke.
I know.
Play along.
Play
with me.
It's going to bother me that I can't remember what TV show it was.
I just told you it's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I do not accept.
Anyway, Telon is a bartender witch.
It was, no, I know it. It's Captain Planet. Telon is a bartender. So you know that this is kind of the kind of thing that he does. This is how he weaves his magic. He doesn't have any like martial prowess or like doesn't do any spells, but he knows the exact drink that people need in a moment. He's great at parties, as evidenced here, where everyone was in, the pits of despair, and he's like, "Hey, let's not."
Love Telon.
The perfect party pick-me-upper. I love it.
Oh, I don't want to get DMC'd. Sorry.
You want to get what?
I was going to start singing Hall & Oates, but...
Don't want to get sued.
No, I'm not going to get sued.
By Hall or Oates.
Yeah, either or.
Either or. Oates or Hall. Fuck them.
I love Hall & Oates.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, you don't want to fuck with them.
I'm actually like hella into that group. Like, I really, really like Hall & Oates songs. Like, not gonna lie.
We know you're white and you live in Long Island.
They slap. Don't hate. They still slap.
They slap.
They still get off. I love it.
Okay, geez, we got to figure out what this change is because it's been like 10 minutes. What the fuck is going on? What was the last thing that happened?
I genuinely don't know.
But it's not. They still get off. I swear to God, it's not that one.
I know. I don't know what it is.
Let's get off this train.
So many words. So many words.
Well, at least I've got you.
Holy shit! Yeah, let's get off this train.
I've got you all in the right headspace that Telon's drink would put you in.
Fuck.
Just leave it to me to always say something really fucking stupid that just...
Since Jordan's not here, Nicole has to say the weird shit. That was the joke. Anyway, move on.
I've taken up that mantle, yes.
Yes.
Since I lost my other mantle.
Womp womp.
And we're back to sad. No.
I'm not mad about it. Fuck them all.
More drinks, Telon.
Fuck the mantles!
Yeah!
Drew, do you take one of Telon's pick-me-up drinks now that you know what it is?
Yeah.
Or do you just want to be sad? I don't know. You're a winter Eldrin right now. Is that like
no,
what you're
I don't
into?
I don't think she wants to be sad. She won't drink like a whole thing of it, but she will like take a few sips of it.
Gotcha. So yeah, a chant starts of "fuck the mantles."
Stick it to the mantles.
Hey, Cam.
And
Wait. It still works here. It works in this universe.
It does.
A
Oh
mab.
my god. No, but ACAB does too because they're cops.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yes, ACAB is 100% canon.
Put it on the merch.
Whew. Well, Telon gives you all a lot more of his happy drink.
But
That's what he calls it. Happy drink. It's not laced with E at all, or like MDMA or anything, because that doesn't exist in this world.
But we're all just like a second away from turning this into a true bacchanal and like dancing around the fire naked and shit. Like,
Yeah, but Telon, being the excellent bartender that he is, he, unknowing to all of you, switches out the drinks for water pretty swiftly after he sees what's going on, and you all start chanting about fucking mantles. And you all are still having like a great time. You're not really sobering up. You're kind of keeping that. You're like right at that good level where everyone wants to be where they're drinking. It's like the one that everyone goes a little bit too far, like just one more drink, and then
so Telon's got his fingers on the pulse of like party situations.
Yeah,
moods. Got it.
He's a master bartender, and so he starts giving you all water. You all start having a good times. Things start petering out. You start getting sleepy. It's getting late into the night. You know, there were some somber times, you know, a few hours ago with learning of the triumvirate and everything, but now, after a little bit of revelry for seeing your comrades again, and for the first time in a few months, you know that the work has to get started tomorrow, and so you all are starting to head off to bed.
So just Telon make sure that we're not going to be hungover. Is that something? Is this part of his like bartender's specialities?
That's why he started giving you water. Definitely curbs that hangover.
I'm going to say that Drew is definitely one of the first ones to head to bed. She's first one to leave the party. She is not a partier.
Okay, so Drew,
she got to get back to her cave.
Are your quarters by your bone throne, or are they elsewhere? Okay.
Yes.
Scar 100% falls asleep on the beach. Or at the bonfire.
She wakes up and like she's covered in sand somehow. It's like she's got like a sand castle built on top of her.
Half of your hair is just a bird's nest wrapped around one of your horns.
There's like a starfish in there somewhere, like some shells. Like
nice. Aggamir sleeps on his boat.
Obviously.
Because, you know, that's where the captain's quarters are. You can call him Captain Aggamir if you want.
Captamir.
Captamir!
The reins of Captamir.
I was about to sing it! How could you?
You beat me to something else earlier, so.
That's a ballad that Crazy Tillerth wrote for Aggamir when he became a ship's captain. The reins of Captamir.
Yeah, this is
Perfect.
It's really about taking down giant alligators.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Saph.
reign of Captamir is actually a whip. Sorry.
All right. Saph, where are you staying?
love it.
Because we last episode we were in your workshop. Where are your living quarters?
I feel like there's several rooms that are around the workshop. Maybe like the workshop is at the top level of this building, and then my quarters would be the level right below it, where it would have a really nice view, but still kind of
You've got a roof.
like it would actually have a roof. Yeah. So
Gotcha. Saph, you turn in, and as you're about to like roll over and fall asleep, you hear a soft knocking at the door.
It's Sakoba.
come in.
Watch.
Hey, Saph, can we talk? It's Sakoba.
Whoa, what?
Sakoba,
good.
that you? What are you doing?
Yeah.
What's wrong? And I pat the tip of the edge of the bed for her to have a papa squat.
She walks up to the bed and she stands at the side of the bed. She doesn't take a seat. Hey, Hey. Saph.
That's all you got for me? after all the letters that we've written?
I know. It's just you can't really see in the dark, but you kind of get a feeling that she's not okay. Listen, things are getting pretty bad, and I can't, look, it's, whatever we're doing, I just don't, how do Saph, this is so hard. I can't hurt you. We can't do this. I'm sorry. And you hear her start to turn in the darkness.
I pick myself up and I sit up and at the edge of the bed and I go, wait. Just because we're trying to save the world and most of us probably aren't going to make it back doesn't mean that we shouldn't, follow our feelings.
Listen, Saph, I've tried so hard to uphold what I think is right as a copper mantle, as a golden mantle, as, one of the Knights of Halartha. And every time I've tried, I've failed. And I can't try something else and fail at that too. So
you don't know if there's no telling if you're gonna fail unless you try. I'm willing to try. And I get up from the bed.
I'm not a golden mantle anymore. I'm not a golden mantle. I'm just a sorry excuse for a Knight of Halartha. I can't even infiltrate the consul's, the triumvir's chambers. I can't do anything. I'm just my wings have been clipped, Saph.
You'll find that inspiration. You are on the front lines of the Knights of Halartha. I believe in you the way that you should believe in yourself. You are capable of so much. And you just have to let yourself do it.
It's just... There's so much riding on all this. And... what happens when I fail at this, too? I failed at everything else in my life up to this point, and all signs are pointing to another failure in my future.
Okay, things are getting way too real right now. Like, can I just say that? Like, this is very triggering.
It's a good thing Thornburns are lucky, and I kind of like make a little joke about it.
I mean, I guess you're right. Everything seems to be working out for you.
Yeah, and we're in this together now. We can see what happens. You know, it doesn't have to just end. You could take it one step at a time. It's okay.
I guess there's no hurt in trying. One step at a time, right? And she turns to you for the first time. Now that, you know, your eyes have adjusted to the dark and everything, you just snuffed out your candle as you were rolling over. Your eyes have adjusted, and she's looking right at you, and she's got tears in her eyes, and she says, "We just gotta move forward, right? That's all we can do."
That's all we can do. And I lead her to the edge of the bed, and I motion for her to sit down, and I'd like to like lean in for a hug to like comfort her.
Okay, you comfort Sokoba. She doesn't pull away or anything like that. And you all embrace, and we fade to black. And that's where we're going to end this episode this week. On a slightly uplifting note, after a little bit of, we had a lot of revelry, and then we had some somber notes and some revelry, and then we had some more somber notes, and we had a little bit of uplifting at the end,
Mm-hmm.
That's the Legends of Lanimora podcast, y'all. We're a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Anyway.
Real roller coaster.
You gotta have that in your sweet, sweet content, right? I mean, anyway.
I'm in a glass case of emotions.
Yes. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Legends of Lanimora podcast. I hope that you had a great time listening, and I hope that my players had a great time playing. I had a great time DMing. I think the legend this week is going to have to be Saph for her astute observation about why Falk Cromwell might have been a part of the Triumvirate.
Ooh.
I'm not going to say that is why he's part of the Triumvirate, but I am going to say that that's an astute observation, and I dig it. TM.
Nice.
The lull this week, I think is going to have to be Drew.
Me, whatever for.
For not making them two flags that they could fly one as colors and for one to Va to use as a blanket.
That's fair. That's on me.
Yeah. Naming the lull doesn't have as much weight anymore because you're not worried about having to do the recap next time, huh?
That's fair. I thought you were going to say that I was the lull because of my very funny thing about the wine, but never mind. It's whatever.
No, the flags.
Mm-hmm.
See, the trick is get you on the thing that you did 2 weeks ago that you don't remember anymore. So anyway, if you want to reach out to us on social media, you can do that somewhere, right, Nicole?
You totally can. We have a Twitter. It's at Lanimora Pod. You can go there and talk with us, or if you wanted to talk to any of us personally, you can find me at Nicole the Nerdy.
You can find me at JMH_Novi.
I'm at Neurotic Good.
You can find me at _Squid Toaster.
We also have a website, snovystudio.io. Snovy Studio.io. We have a ton of cool stuff up there, like an about section where you can get to know us, our seasonal champions. There are fun facts about the world, tons of artwork, and a link to our Patreon.
Speaking of Patreon, want to hear more from Novi Studios and our other content? Well, you're in luck because we have a Patreon. For just a couple bucks a month, you'll have exclusive access to some DM insights and behind the screens, listen to Nicole and I BS and What's What with Dilly and Dally, and even a mini prequel campaign set in the world of Lanimora.
If a subscription to our Patreon is too much of a commitment for you, we'd love if you could leave us a quick review on iTunes. If you enjoy the show, tell your friends about us. New episodes come out every other Tuesday, so stay tuned.
Yes, stay tuned next week for when things get a little more real.
I like that.
That was foreboding. Anyway, I don't know what's going to happen next week because I haven't prepped for next week's episode yet, I haven't prepped episode 3 yet, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, thank you all so much for listening to the Legends of Lanimora podcast. Until next week, let's be legends.
You finally did it! You didn't tell me I hate you so fucking much, dude. God, why do you want this marriage to end?
Bye.
Bye. Bye. So mad.